Whether it's reviewing plans for historic district projects, citing homeowners for code enforcement issues, or improving lives with essential home repairs, it's all in a day's work in the Community Development Department.
Well, the role of the Community Development Department is really to try to enhance the mission of the city of continuing to build a great community. And our role is to be involved in planning and housing and code compliance and code conformance.
3 divisions make up the department: planning, code enforcement, and the Division of Housing and Neighborhood Revitalization. That division, managed by Ed Talbot, leverages funds from federal, state, nonprofit, and private sources to provide programs and services that revitalize and stabilize neighborhoods.
The Essential Repairs Program is frankly one of the more valuable programs we operate. It's primarily funded with those CDBG or Community Development Block Grant funds, but we also work with private lenders to basically make that money go farther.
From 1980 to 2012, nearly $13 million went to 1,014 repairs.
Some of our projects have included replacing roofs that are leaking, as well as replacing furnaces that may be leaking as well, to make that a safe environment for people to live in.
Community Development Block Grant funds also help with bigger projects, such as redesigning the aged Creekside Park to cure its flooding hazards and make it useful once again for multifamily housing on either side.
That was an award-winning park. It was recognized by HUD for the excellence that went into basically designing and building that project and then serving those residents.
A unique aspect of the division is that it also has a role with the separate legal entity called the Arvada Housing Authority. City Council serves as the authority's board, Talbot serves as its director, and the authority oversees Section 8 housing.
What Section 8 does is provides a rent subsidy to very low-income households, and primarily those are senior citizens in the city, households with disabled folks, and also female heads of households that still may be in the community.
Approximately $3.6 million per year comes to the Housing Authority from the federal government.
And with that funding from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, we can benefit over 508 households, very low-income households in the city that need assistance through that program.
The division also works with private businesses to find housing they're willing to rehabilitate or build, and may help with so-called gap financing to help a project come together. Some housing issues fall to the Code Enforcement Division.
Code enforcement's role is really neighborhood revitalization and preservation. Make sure our neighborhoods remain stable and quality neighborhoods.
Code enforcement responds to complaints by citizens or tips from other city departments by issuing notices. If the homeowner doesn't fix the problem, the division often does. And it isn't always just about eyesores.
This particular yard was called in from our Animal Services Department because they're having a lot of complaints from the neighbors on skunks and rodents and things. And it's also fire danger this time of year.
Common complaints include weeds and tall grass in the summer, while winter brings complaints about unshoveled sidewalks. And finally, there's the Planning Division, managed by Mike Smith.
Planning Division reviews new development proposals to long-range comprehensive plans, and we do specialized plans for different areas like Old Town Arvada, and we provide public information as far as zoning and demographics and that sort of thing.
Proposals for development in Old Town face different standards.
Old Town's different. It's a historic district, and there are design guidelines to look at, so it's much more detailed in the review of the development.
The division serves as staff for the Planning Commission and Board of Adjustments, and researches and provides reports to both groups. A major project for the entire Community Development Department over the coming year is review of the city's comprehensive plan.
Comprehensive plan involves a lot of different aspects, including policies and a land use map. The land use map shows what areas are planned for future growth, including whether it be residential, commercial, or industrial.
Schools, parks, and economic growth are just some of the many details addressed in the comprehensive plan. And as always, the department will be working closely with other city departments and many outside agencies.